Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Brian today, and I'm going to talk to you about what's going on in Ontario. This in downtown Toronto and Peel, they're in lockdown. So because of 1% of the population, roughly 2%, 4%, whatever it is, I'll take the worst case scenario. The other 96% the small businesses are going to have to close. Lockdown, takeout only, that kind of stuff. These independent businesses that can't compete against the big box stores, but they're allowed to stay open, which they already have. Oh boy, that is Doug Ford. All about the little guy, right? The little guy. We're looking after the little guy. This is for the good of the country. Our Prime Minister Justin said that his closing businesses will do them good. This is the same guy that said, if you kill terrorists, they win. Yeah, that's the kind of logic we're dealing with in the Ontario and federal government. We close down and punish the small guy. Their business closes, but the big corporate giants and people that fly in private planes, that's another set. I'll get to that in a second, don't pay the price. People that are GM from the Raptors went to Chicago to talk to Serge Ibaka to get him to stay in Toronto. He failed, by the way. And then he flew back to Toronto. I guarantee, and if I'm wrong, get him to call me. He is not going to quarantine for 14 days. I guarantee it. I'll bet my phone, okay? I'll bet my phone. And no one can live without their phone these days, so it's a big wager. But I'll bet him season tickets. Why didn't he give me season tickets? Oh, yeah, because there's no fans in the stadium next year. Actually, the team won't even be there. They'll be down in Tampa. The whole league is taking a hit because of all their social justice, Marxist Chinese idiocy, and propping up criminals like Jacob Blake and Breonna Taylor, drug addicts like George Floyd, and he was threatening police as well. I won't get into that. That's another talk for another day. Actually, if you look back on my videos, I've got another one there about George Floyd and what's going on. And the 7 funerals he had, but they had 70 people at them, and we can only have 10. Well, now in Ontario, Toronto is in a lockdown, like I said. Where I live is in a red zone, which means you can only have 10 people inside a restaurant. So even if you have an 100 square foot restaurant, you're only allowed 10 people in it. It's easy to keep people 6 feet away if you have a 200 square foot restaurant. If you have a 100 square foot restaurant, you could probably still do it. Maybe you won't get 10, but you don't close it down like they're doing in Toronto. There's a guy that's talking about the churches are all closed down in Toronto. I saw this yesterday. A guy talked about the fact that his church has an 800 square foot capacity. In that church, they're only allowed 10 people. 10 people, of course, while wearing masks, but and no singing, but go out and cheer for Black Lives Matter. Well, there's a company in downtown who's staying open. They're like, forget it, I'm fed up with this. My business is come and sue us. That's what they've said. Give us tickets. My business is going to go under. So I'm staying open. And people are getting fed up. There are marches in downtown that people are anti-masking and everything, and I understand that. Here's my take on it. People are always complaining, oh, if you care about other people, you wear your mask. You know what? Listen, if you're scared or you're sick, stay home. Stay home. That's all. I mean, you can get everything delivered now, groceries, food, if you want hamburgers, whatever. So if And a lot of places now you can work from home anyway. And if you go on the TTC, Toronto Transit, the subway bus situation, they're all packed together, but you got to wear a mask. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The places around the world are dealing with this coronavirus, of course. Obviously, it's horrible. But we live in a country that people aren't stacked on top of each other. Like, there are some third world countries with really dense populations. India, China, especially Hong Kong. People are on top of each other, living in small, cramped spaces. I recommend Life in a Box, by the way. This movie on it's a documentary on YouTube. Watch that; it's fantastic, very enlightening. But there are places in India where the people are it's real close communities and they're multi-family dwellings. So I understand you can't have those areas. you've you've got to do something. And but here in Canada, we don't have that, and we're grateful for it, and thankful to God for it. So you have space. Everyone can give space. You don't need a mask. You're not spitting on people. When this started out, it was all but the vampire cough. Doing this, doing that, right? And you know what? Here's some common sense. Don't cough on people. Don't spit on people. Stay home if you're sick. If you're scared, stay home. Don't tell 95% of the population that they've got to shut down. They can't do what they want to do. They've got to wear a mask, which doesn't work. Well, by our own medical person, Tam, she says one day they work, one day they don't. We get a vaccine. It might work, it might not. But anyway, I'm just ranting today, and I'm going to put it up, and we'll see what happens. Please like, subscribe to my channel, and please forward to your friends. And I'm gonna keep talking here every once in a while, and we can hopefully make some headway, and I can give you some good news one day. Okay, have a look at my other videos too. I'm gonna comment on some American politics. Thanks. Bye.